Has it ever happened to you to feel a sudden itch and, no matter how much you looked for a reason, you couldn't find an explanation? No insect bite, no skin irritation, no apparent reason. Just an uncomfortable sensation that appears out of nowhere and, out of nowhere, disappears. Many people go through this and simply ignore it. But what if this itch wasn't random? And if it were a sign of something much bigger happening in your energy? Could it be that our body is trying to communicate with us? Could it be that these sensations that arise without explanation are alerts that we are not noticing? The truth is that nothing happens by chance, and everything we feel may have a hidden message. If we know how to interpret these signs, we can discover deep truths about our energetic state, our intuition, and even changes that might be about to happen. Our body is not just a physical structure functioning on autopilot. It reacts not only to what happens around us but also to what is happening within us. Emotions, thoughts, and energies directly influence the way we feel. If you've ever had that persistent itch for no apparent reason, it might be that your own energy is trying to send you a message. If this message resonated deeply in your soul, don't stop now. Subscribe to the channel and help build this journey of collective awakening. Like the video to show that you are part of this movement. In the comments, write, "The awakening is within me," and share your commitment to transformation. Together we will walk this path. Think carefully. When we are nervous, our muscles tense up. When something worries us, we may feel pain in our bodies. Similarly, when there is an energy imbalance, the signs can be even more subtle. And one of them is precisely this mysterious itch that arises without logical reason. In spirituality, the body is seen as a direct reflection of our inner state. Each part of it can represent a different aspect of our life, and the location of the itch can indicate an energy blockage, an intuition trying to manifest, or even a vibrational change happening. Some esoteric traditions believe that itching can be a warning that your energy is adjusting, a sign of transformation, or that something important is unfolding around you. The more these signs are ignored, the more intense they can become. But after all, how to know what each itch means? What is your energy trying to show you? In the next section, we will understand the meanings behind itching in different parts of the body and how it can be a true map of your vibrational state. Often, these physical sensations arise even before we become aware of what is happening within us. The body functions as a direct channel from the soul, sending subtle signals to indicate that something needs to be adjusted, understood, or released. If we know how to interpret these alerts, we will be able to understand our own energy and emotions much better. Instead of simply scratching and moving on, it is important to ask yourself, what is my body trying to show me? Now that we understand that itching can be a reflection of our energy field, it's time to delve into the meaning of each part of the body. If there is a place where our emotions become visible, that place is the face. Through it, we express happiness, sadness, tension, and even feelings we try to hide. Therefore, when a sudden itch appears in this area, it can be an indication that something inside us is asking for attention. The location of the itch on the face can reveal specific messages. If it appears on the forehead, it may be related to an excess of thoughts and worries. Maybe your mind is overloaded, trying to solve something that seems unsolvable. If the sensation occurs in the cheeks, it may indicate an intense emotional load, repressed feelings, or even an unconscious reaction to the fear of others' judgment. The nose, in turn, has a special meaning in various spiritual traditions. It is linked to intuition and perception, and an itch in this area can be a warning that something is about to happen or that your energetic sensitivity is heightened. Some beliefs also suggest that this sign indicates the presence of an energy or spirit trying to communicate. Another area that deserves attention is the jaw and chin. Often, when we are holding back emotions like anger, frustration, or resentment, this area can tense up and even itch. It's as if the body is trying to release that trapped energy. If you frequently feel an itch on your face, pay attention to your emotional state at that moment. Are you going through a period of stress? Feeling pressured to hide something? The body communicates all the time, and listening to these signals can help release emotional blockages. Now that we have talked about the face, let's move on to another area of the body full of meaning: the neck and throat, regions directly linked to communication and the expression of our inner truth. If there is a region of the body that reflects our communication and expression, it is the neck. When an itch appears there without explanation, it can be an indication that something is being held internally. Maybe there is an unresolved conversation, a truth that needs to be told, or even a fear of expressing opinions freely. Often, we avoid talking about what we really feel out of fear of others' reactions or insecurity about the impact of our words. But the body knows. And when this energy gets trapped, it finds ways to warn us. Besides communication, the neck also symbolizes flexibility. If you feel an itch in this area, it might be a warning to observe your rigidity in certain situations. Have you been inflexible in your thoughts? Are you insisting on a narrow view of things? Maybe it's time to reassess your stance and allow yourself to see different perspectives. Now, when the itch manifests in the throat, the meaning deepens even further. This is the center of our verbal expression, and any discomfort there can indicate words stuck in the throat, repressed feelings, or even the need to stand one's ground more firmly. Many people go through this when they feel that they are not being heard, that their opinions do not matter, or when they avoid saying something that might cause conflicts. In these situations, the itch in the throat can be the body's request to release that tension and let out what needs to be said. Reflect. Is there something you have been avoiding to say? Do you feel that your voice has no space or that your words are often ignored? By ignoring this need, the energy continues to accumulate, creating a feeling of emotional suffocation. And just as the neck and throat reflect communication, the back carries another type of weight, that which comes from the past and excessive responsibilities. When an itch arises on the upper back, it can be a warning that you are carrying more than you should. Unresolved issues, old traumas, and worries that should have been left behind can manifest through this sensation. If the body is trying to show you something, it is essential to pay attention. Now that we understand these signs, let's explore how an itch on the back can indicate the need to release emotional burdens and free oneself from unnecessary weights. When the body sends subtle signals such as unexpected itching, it may be asking for your attention to issues you have been ignoring. If the itch appears on the back, especially in the upper part, it may be a reflection of repressed emotions or mental overload. The back region is directly linked to our ability to deal with the burdens of life, both physical and emotional. When this area starts to itch, it is a reminder that you might be trying to carry an unnecessary burden, perhaps taking on too many responsibilities or holding on to past traumas that no longer serve you. This sensation can be an invitation to lighten this load, delegate tasks, or even allow yourself to ask for help. The more you try to carry everything alone, the more your body will signal that something needs to be let go. And if the itch happens between the shoulders? This is another critical point, symbolizing the pressure of responsibilities and external expectations. The itch in this area can be a warning that you are overburdening yourself, perhaps even allowing others' opinions to dictate your direction. Your body is asking you to relieve that pressure, take a step back, and rethink where you have been giving more attention than you should. Are you enjoying what you're hearing? Subscribe now and become part of a community of awakening and transformation. Leave your like to show that you are ready to continue on this path of evolution. And if you feel that this message has the power to change your life, Super Thanks is a way to help us continue producing content like this. Together, we can create an even greater impact. When the weight of the world is on your shoulders, the tendency is to ignore the signs, but the itch arises as an alert. Something needs to change. The back is also connected to the past, and if the itch in that area persists, it may be a sign that there are still unresolved issues you carry emotionally, whether it's a regret or a guilt that hinders your growth. Sometimes, the simple act of letting go can relieve a great burden and allow you to move forward more lightly. The itch in the center of the body, especially in the belly, is another important form of communication. It is directly related to our vital energy, our instincts and intuitions. When we feel something strange in our stomach, the body alerts us to emotions we are trying to control or ignore. An itch there can indicate that something is out of balance, whether emotionally or spiritually, and that you need to listen more deeply to your intuition. It's as if your body is asking you to stop and reflect on what is really bothering you. These itching signals are not just random. They are powerful messages from your body, indicating that there is something that needs to be released or adjusted. It's time to pay attention and honor these signs so you can move forward lighter, more balanced, and more aligned with your true energy. When an unexpected itch arises, our immediate instinct may be to ignore it, simply scratch it, and move on. However, as we deepen our understanding of the connection between body and mind, we may discover that these sensations can have a much deeper meaning than we imagine. They are, in some way, a reflection of the energies, emotions, and situations we are experiencing. If the itch occurs on the knees, for example, it carries quite an interesting symbolism. The knees are directly connected to our ability to be flexible and adaptable. They are responsible for allowing us to bend and adjust to the situations around us. When the itch appears in this area, it can be a sign that we are resisting a necessary change, whether in our personal or professional life. This sensation may be indicating that you are clinging to something from the past, something that no longer serves you, and that life is asking you to be more flexible, more open to new possibilities. The itch in the knees can also be a reminder that it takes humility to accept that changes are inevitable. Throughout life, we face transitions, new challenges, and the need to learn. If your knees itch, maybe it's time to let go of the resistance and allow yourself to evolve. Maybe you are closing yourself off to a new perspective, denying an opportunity, or refusing to let go of a belief that no longer has a place on your path. This itch, therefore, can be an invitation to adapt, to be more flexible, and to allow new experiences to flow into your life. Don't let rigidity prevent you from moving forward. Now, if the itch appears on the feet or ankles, the symbolism goes beyond the physical and enters the realm of the base, the support, the foundation of our life. The feet are literally our connection to the earth, to the roots, and to the direction we are following. They are the foundations of our body, responsible for keeping us steady on our path. If you feel an itch in these areas, it might be a sign that something is not right with the path you are taking or the direction of your life. You might be feeling insecure, uncomfortable, or even lost regarding your purpose. When your feet itch, it's as if your body is asking you to reflect on the foundation of your life, on the connection with your roots, and the path you have chosen to follow. Maybe it's time to stop and reconsider if the steps you are taking are aligned with your true desires and intentions. If you feel that you are on a path that does not satisfy you or no longer resonates with who you are, this itch may be a sign that you need to reconsider your choices. It might be time to take a step back and assess where your true support base lies. The feet are also connected to our sense of belonging, our identity, and the feeling of being anchored in a greater purpose. If the itch arises at this point, it can be a reminder that you need to reconnect with who you truly are, with your values, and with what makes you feel safe and at peace. Sometimes, the fast pace of life makes us lose focus and stray from what really matters. When this happens, our body sends signals to remind us that we need balance, rest, and, more importantly, a return to our roots. And when you feel an itch in your legs, especially in your thighs or knees, the message your body might be sending goes beyond the physical area. The legs, as we have already mentioned, are responsible for allowing us to move forward, for giving us direction, and for enabling us to keep going. They symbolize our movement and progress in life. When there is an itch in this area, it can be a sign that something is blocking your progress. Maybe you are stuck in a situation or a routine that no longer serves you, but you find it difficult to get out of it. The itchiness in your legs can also represent a fear of moving forward, a hesitation to take the next step. You might be postponing an important decision or even trying to avoid a new path, as it represents something unknown, something that requires courage. However, your body, through this itch, is asking you to free yourself from inertia, procrastination, and the comfort zone. Your body is signaling that the time has come to move forward, to walk confidently towards what you desire or need to do. Moreover, the legs are also closely linked to our sexual and creative energy. When you feel an itch in this area, it may be that there is blocked energy, something that needs to be released so that you can live more fully. Often, throughout life, we go through periods where our creativity or our libido gets blocked due to stress, worries, or external limitations. The itchiness in your legs can be a sign that you need to reconnect with your creative energy, with your ability to express your deepest desires, and allow that force to flow freely. However, the most important thing of all is to understand that the body is always sending us messages. Throughout this video, we discussed the different signals it can give, including the itching that appears in various parts of our body. Each of these sensations has a profound meaning and can be a key to self-knowledge, understanding our emotions, and spiritual healing. However, many of us ignore these signs or dismiss them as something unimportant. This happens because we are often so disconnected from ourselves, our emotions, and our bodies that we let the messages they send us slip by. Paying attention to these itches and seeking to understand their meaning is a powerful way to tune into what is happening within us. When the itch appears, pause for a moment and ask yourself, what is this sensation trying to tell me? What am I avoiding or ignoring? The answer may be directly linked to something you need to release, change, or adjust in your life. The process of listening to the body and understanding what it is trying to communicate is an ongoing practice. As you learn to listen more deeply, you will realize that itching and other signals are not random, but rather reflections of a constant dialogue between your body, mind, and soul. The body, in fact, is a messenger of the soul, and each sensation, each signal, has something to teach. Therefore, the next time you feel an itch anywhere on your body, remember that this sensation is not just a fleeting annoyance. It is an invitation to stop, reflect, and pay attention to what is happening within you. Your body is trying to tell you something, and by learning to listen to and interpret these signals, you will be able to live more consciously and aligned with your true essence. If you have made it this far, I truly appreciate your dedication and presence. This shows that you are committed to your awakening, and I am honored to be able to share this journey with you. If you feel that this content has been valuable, consider supporting the channel with a super thanks. Your support is essential for us to continue bringing more videos like this. Now, I want to hear from you. Leave a comment below and let's discuss the topics we talked about today. The exchange of ideas is essential for our collective growth. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything that's coming up. Until the next video, and stay strong on your path of evolution.